Our next driver. You're Scott's brother, right? Scott Cummings' brother. Both of the Cummings racing here this weekend. That is Thomas Cumming driving in the heavy Honda division. Driver racing in two divisions here for the 2018 Western Grands here at Livermore in the Junior Animal Division and Junior Honda. That is Harold May. Our next driver, son of former sprint car driver Steve Osborne. This is Levi Osborne in the Junior Novice Division. You were the flag car, right? And the driver that proudly displayed the American flag on his car during the national anthem, driving the Junior Honda Division, that's Asher Hake. Our next driver, racing in the Junior Animal Division and Junior Honda Division, that is Jacob Ryan. Our next driver, driving in the Junior Animal and Junior Honda Division, that's Kellen Harper. Our next driver, driving the Junior Honda, Junior Stock Divisions, that is Charlotte Grandin. Oh, you don't need this. You're racing 4? What's the other one? Oh, okay, I didn't see it. Racing in 4 divisions this week in the Dell's Heating and Air machine, driving the Junior Animal, Junior Honda, Mod, and Junior Stock. That is Kyle Fernandez. I know how to pronounce it. Racing in the Light 160 and the Light World Formula, that's Robbie Keneally. Our next driver, competing in only one division this weekend, but still a very competitive division at that. In the Senior Honda, that's Lucas Johnson. Our next driver is Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith coming onto the stage now, driving the Senior Animal and in the Senior Honda divisions. And another local driver, driving in the Senior Honda Division, Light 160, Light World Formula, and Senior Animal. That's Dylan Baptista. And our next driver is going to be Makara, right? Makaria. Oh, boy, I'm so sorry I messed that up. Anyway, Makara Mallet, I'm sorry. Driving the Junior Novice Division. You know what they say, like the 5th time's the charm, right? Oh, yeah. It's Emily Ann Grandin driving the Junior Novice Division. Our next driver, driving the Light 160 Division, that's Jacob Mallet Jr. Our next driver in the Senior Animal Division, that's Harley Keneally. Another Keneally about to come out onto the stage. His name is Joey Keneally, driving the Senior Honda Division. Our next driver, driving the Heavy Honda Division, that's Dustin Phillips. Another driver now from Livermore, right? Oh, you're from Nevada? But you race here every week, right? Yeah. All right, local racer here in Livermore, but he's from Nevada, driving the heavy Honda Heavy 160. That's Jack McDonald. Our next driver in the Modified Division and Senior Honda, that's Dustin King. All right, we need Rick Klitzing and Denise Mutney up here towards the stage. Please and thank you. All right, moving on. Our next driver, driving in the Senior Animal and B Division, that's Jordan Mast. Our next driver running in 2 divisions here this weekend in the Junior Animal and Junior Honda division, it's Cameron Caraway. Our next driver, son of sprint car racer Bradford, making a name for himself here in quarter midgets, driving in Junior Honda and Junior Animal. That's fast, Freddie Furr. Our next driver, racing in 2 divisions, Senior Honda and Senior Animal. That is Joaquin Stewart. It's Screevers, right? Our next driver, driving Junior Honda, that's Dean Screevers. Our next driver, driving the heavy Honda division, that's AJ Huffman. Our next driver is Rebecca Doobie, driving the Senior Honda and Light 160 division. Our next driver just racing the Senior Honda this weekend, that's Lillian Grandin. Our next driver, that is Emma Huffman, driving the heavy Honda this weekend. Our next driver is Michael Doobie, driving the Junior Half and Heavy World Formula division. Is it Lindy, okay. Our next driver is Matthew Lindy, driving the Senior Honda division. Our next driver is Nathan Todd, driving in the Senior Animal division. Our next driver driving the Junior Honda division, that's Sarah Todd. Our next driver, that is Carter Ray, driving in the Senior Novice division. Up next, this driver driving the Senior Honda division, that's Matthew Machado. All right, where's your paper? Need the paper for your name. Our next driver, another Junior Novice driver, that's James Trimmer. Our next driver, how do you say this? Is Layla Trimmer, driving in the Junior Honda division here for the 2018 Western Grands. All right. Our next driver is Levi Pratt in the Senior Hondas. Our next driver driving in the Light 160 division, that's Jacob Ward. How do you pronounce this? Elena? Elena Maturino. Our next driver coming to the stage. She'll be driving the Junior Novice car this weekend. Up next is Michael Maturino. He's driving in 2 divisions this weekend, the Light 160 and Light World Formula divisions. Our next driver in the Senior Animal and Light 160 division, that's Brandon Machado. Brandon Machado driving in the Senior Animal and Light 160 divisions. Our next driver driving the Senior Honda, that is Anthony Ward. You're Buster's granddaughter, right? Well, one of the 2 Venards racing here this weekend. Granddaughter of legendary driver Buster Venard. This is Bristol Venard driving in the Junior Hondas. Okay. Heavy Honda too? Yeah. All right, driving the Heavy Honda Senior Animal and Heavy 160s division. The other Buster Venard grandchild competing here this weekend, that's Haley Venard. How do you pronounce that? Ropitzer. Our next driver is Nicole Ropitzer, driving the Heavy Animal division. Thank you. How do you pronounce that? Emory. Our next driver, driving the junior animal and junior Honda, that's Emery Johnson. Our next driver racing in 3 divisions here for the 2018 Western Grands, driving in the senior animal, senior Honda, and light 160, that's Caleb Johnson. All right, our next driver is Cole Escar, racing in 3 divisions as well this weekend. He's racing in the senior animal, light 160, and light world formula. Is it Gary? Our next driver racing the senior animal, senior Honda, and light 160, that's Gary Lockman. Our next driver racing in the junior animal, junior Honda divisions, that's Blake Pittman. Our next driver, another driver racing in 2 divisions in the junior animal and junior Honda division, that's JT Daniel. Our next driver, that is Cassidy Hines, racing in the heavy animal, heavy 160, modified world formula, and light world formula. Our next driver, just racing in 1 division here this week in the junior Honda division, that's Logan Lockman. And that driver's sister coming to the stage now. That is Peyton Lockman, driving in the junior animal and junior Honda division. Our next driver racing in 3 divisions in the heavy animal, heavy 160, and heavy world formula. That's Kaylee Escar. Our next driver, senior animal division, as well as the senior Honda, that's Ryan Curry. How do you pronounce that? Destry. Our next driver is Destry Miller, driving in the senior animal, senior Honda, modified division, and light 160. Our next driver in the senior Honda division, that's Isabella Luce. Our next driver is Matthew Regier, driving the senior Honda and light 160 division. Journes, okay. Our next driver is Madeline Journes, driving the senior Honda, modified division, light 160, and the B division. Our next driver is Caleb Grantham, driving in the AA Modified World Division, as well as the Light 160 and Light World Formula. Our next driver, driving in 3 divisions, the Junior Animal, Junior Honda, and Junior Stock divisions, that's Ethan Lashley. And now Ethan's sister coming onto the stage now. That is Taylor Lashley, driving in the Senior Novice division. Chuck, I might need another garbage can over here in a couple. Our next driver, driving the Junior Animal, Junior Honda, Light 160 division, that's Jaden Luce. Is it Lang? Our next driver, driving the Senior Animal, Senior Honda, Light 160 division, that's Kyle Lang.
Chuck, is it coming through the speakers?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, I thought I couldn't hear at that time.
Our next driver is Madeline Tabor, driving the Heavy Honda and Heavy 160 division. Our next driver, driving the Heavy World Formula division, that's Victoria Wolf.
How do you pronounce that?
Belanti. Jace Belanti now, our next driver to the stage, driving the Heavy Honda division.
So it's Chorney, correct?
Our next driver just racing in the B division here this weekend, that's Emma Chorney. Our next driver racing in 3 divisions this weekend, that's Allie Mae Jones, racing in the B division, Senior Honda and Light 160. Racing in the Heavy World Formula Division, Heavy Animal and Heavy 160, that's Levy Jones, excuse me. Our next driver, racing in the Heavy World Formula and Junior Half Divisions, that is Andrew Link. Andrew Link coming on to the stage now. Our next driver, driving the Heavy 160 Junior Half Division, Heavy World Formula, that's Tyler the Tank Chorney.
So it's Conley?
Our next driver, that is Tyler Codney. He's racing the Heavy Animal, Junior Half, and Heavy World Formula 1.
So is it Xan?
Our next driver is Zan Miller, driving the Heavy Honda, Heavy 160, and Heavy World Formula.
How do you pronounce that? And it's Alina, right?
Alina Shover is our next driver to the stage, driving the Heavy Honda, Heavy 160 division.
Is it Lassiter?
Our next driver is Austin Lassiter. He's racing in the Heavy Honda, Heavy 160, Heavy World Formula, and the Heavy Animal divisions. He's got a lot of racing to cover for him this weekend. Our next driver is Lane Stevens. He's racing in the Heavy Animal and Heavy 160. All right, our next driver is George Link. He's racing in the Double A Light World Formula Mod. Our next driver, welcome him to the stage. His name's Matthew Roberts, racing in the Senior Animal Mod Division, Light 160, and Light World Formula. Our next driver coming to the stage is Dominic Carter. Our next driver, racing in the B Division, Mod Division, and Senior Animal, that's Megan Roberts. Our next driver is Campbell Rice. Junior Honda driver coming to the stage now. Corbin Ruschenberg coming to the stage now, racing in quite a few divisions here this weekend, as well as many of the other drivers. All right, our next driver, driving the Senior Honda division and the Light 160 division, that's Adrian Imperial. All right, our last driver coming to the stage now. He races in the Heavy Honda, Heavy 160, Heavy World Formula divisions. That's AJ Imperial II. All right, driver intros are complete. Let's give one last big round of applause for all the drivers competing in the 2018 Western Grands.
You got a pin on you? Okay, so Ken Rice.
All right, drivers, we need you to stay right where you are. Do you guys want to go before the moment of silence, or?
Before or after? We're going to do a moment of silence at the end of yours?
Hey, your mic is on.
Thank you. What's your last name again? Smutney. All right, now welcome to the stage, race official Denise Smutney.
Hello. I appreciate everybody turning out for this event. I'm looking forward to it. Do have a couple items here, a race jacket that you might need later on, and the screwdriver. Go ahead, hold it up there, wave it around. If you lost your screwdriver, come on back and get it. Also, I'd like to thank the QMA sponsors, our Race Quip sponsor, Honda HPD, Hoosier Tires, and Ty Dillon Racing. Race Quip and is providing some raffle items that you'll see later on. One of them is they're raffling off a helmet. The other is a suit, shoes combination, and gloves. And then there's a third one that is the roof net, seat belts, and wrist restraints. So some really great items there donated by Race Quip. We'll make sure they're in your size also. Ty Dillon Racing has provided us a raffle item of some used signed gloves from the recent Sonoma race. And so those will all be out on the raffle tables. We've all seen the Hoosier Tire trailer over there. I do appreciate everybody coming out, and I'm looking forward to a great weekend.
Oh, I got it. All right, we're going to have a quick speech by Rick Klitzing. He's got to go take care of some stuff. But by the way, Rick Klitzing, everybody, he has done a lot of work for this race. I know they prepped really hard for this one and for a long time as well. Rick and his family and everyone here at Livermore has worked their tails off for quite a while and to get this race going. And I know Rick's still quite busy, but he is making this race the best for everyone. And now I'll give the microphone over to Rick.
I hate microphones. I'd rather yell at you guys, but here we go. First off, we'd like to thank HPD Honda Racing for their support. You guys will be drinking their water around the staging lanes. They donated that to us. Here, hold. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to acknowledge a few families here that stepped up and really helped us get this together. In the snack bar, also doing the opening ceremonies, and our live feed is the Doobie family. Handling tech with our national tech members is Steve Batista and his family. Safety is Dan Ryan and his family. That's your family? Fuel, which you guys will get to experience here pretty soon, will be Jeff Smith and his crew, along with his family doing that. Special thanks to a couple guys that in the last 3 days stepped up and were here 12, 15 hours a day helping us get this place ready. We had some track issues and some other things. The Grandin family, I don't know where they're at, but thank you very much for your help. And also Lonnie Johnson and his family. Really, really quick before I get in trouble, that's my wife right there walking. She's running the tower. Today's our 21st anniversary. The Osborne family really stepped up, helping to get sponsors. You see them all around this track. We couldn't do it without the signs you see around here. Those of you that have had a Grands know that it's very expensive to put this together. So we appreciate his efforts, and everybody, all our other members that brought in some sponsorship money, thank you. We really appreciate it. This is your first Grands? Give it to me. Right on. Okay, we learned just recently that this is the 25th anniversary of our club being here. It would have been nice to have figured it out a little sooner. We could have put a little thing in our logo and all that, but anyway, we've been here 25 years. We hope to have 25 years coming. I'd like to thank Drake York here for being our announcer for the week. He just turned 14, so he's the guy you're going to be seeing doing Indy 500 and stuff pretty soon, or NASCAR, whatever his preference is. Since we last had the Grands, we held the Grands in 2013 for the first time here. We have lost some key members to our family. So I'm going to name off their names, and then if we could just have a moment of silence, and then I will cut you guys loose. Dave, most of you knew Dave King from Honda. So he passed away in 2012, but was influential in helping us at our club level get some things done. My dad, he passed away 2015. He was known as Papa around here. We all knew Brian Clausen. He was from our area, raced out a couple of our tracks around here. Ken Rice, many of you knew Ken. I mean, he's a legend in quarter midgets. Linai Shimabukuru, one of our kids, and then just recently Jason Johnson. So we just get a second here to little moment of silence in their honor. Appreciate it. Oh, sorry. And we also lost Dorothy Howard, which is the wife of the founder of our club. We have a Howard Memorial every year. She passed away in November. So just a moment of silence for them. Thanks. Okay, that's all I have for you. We do a little tradition here started by Chuck, which is a little, what do you call it? So, in honor of good sportsmanship, we ask all our competitors, friends and family and handlers to turn around, shake hands with the person next to you, behind you, wish them good luck this week, and we'll have some good racing coming up here. Thank you.
Also, drivers, we're going to have a big group picture here. So make sure you come over by the stage. Get that giant group picture, something you won't want to forget for sure.